Hi everyone, we're at Pocket Gamer Connects London 2024. I'm Dylan from HyprChats, and I'm joined by Zdravka from Smartie Pants. Zdravka, welcome.
Hi Dylan, it's a pleasure to see you.
Likewise, thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Perfect. Well, why don't we get started? Why don't you introduce yourself and talk us through your career in gaming up to this point?
So my name is Zdravka Dimitrova, and I'm the business development lead at Smartie Pants. My gaming career actually started in Smartie Pants 4 years ago, and I think it's been amazing. Not only because I love playing mobile games, but also because the industry is very dynamic, and with my current role, it's very versatile. You work in different directions, so I really love this.
No, for sure. And we've known each other over the years. And you've been, like you mentioned, you've been in Smartie Pants, about 4. I know prior to that, there's some sort of relationship with HyprChats. Maybe you could talk a little bit about that relationship, and then, beyond that, what Smartie Pants actually does, what services you provide, things like that.
Yeah, of course. So, interestingly, the whole product, it started in HyprChats, and we tested a lot with the HyprChats teams initially, just to make sure that what we do actually helps the HyprChats team, and helps everybody else. So nowadays, the end goal is to be there and help developers. Currently, the relationship with HyprChats is that they're one of our strategic partners. We take care of the whole portfolio of apps there, so they trust the whole app monetization to us, like many other developers nowadays. And I think, that's in a nutshell.
Yeah.
And if I need to explain what we do at Smartie Pants, I want to do it with a very simple words and a very simple example.
Yeah.
So if I'm a developer and I have ads in my mobile app or game, I would definitely have an app mediation, then some ad networks there, and I would assign someone an app monetization manager or even a team to take care of everything which is happening in the app mediation to make sure that we make more revenue from the networks which we have there. And what Smartie Pants does, it's a kind of a one-click solution which automates all that work. It's an optimization which manages the mobile ads for developers. So it's really very, very easy to use it. And we make sure to work in close collaborations with all of our partners and to support with different tests, experiments, and everything which happens in the mobile app monetization side, on the mobile app monetization side. And I think what the developers get is more time and more revenue for themselves.
Yeah. Totally, that's the whole value, right? Is them getting a lot of time and whatever value you bring in terms of app monetization. Perfect. And you alluded to it earlier. You mentioned your job is quite versatile. Maybe specific to you as the head BD person at Smartie Pants. What does a day in your life look like, and what are you doing in the day-to-day to help improve the business?
Yeah. So it's, as I mentioned, it's very interesting, and what I try to focus at is understanding more, listening to customers, to partners like you, like HyprMX, other networks and mediations. So trying to work closely with everybody and listen to the developers and what their main challenges are, obviously. Then my goal is to make sure that all that gets to our product team, and all the R&D efforts which we make are focused on the main pain points of the developers. So that's our goal at the end of the day, to bring value to the developers. Yeah.
Perfect. And with your background so heavily in ad monetization, right? The standard formats over the years have been rewarded, interstitial, banners, things like that. Now that we're kind of propelling into 2024, there's talks of like audio ads and in-game native. What are some new and exciting formats that you're seeing in the market? Have you had a chance to implement them with any of your clients? Maybe you could talk more about like what you see the industry evolving into beyond just the traditional formats.
Yeah. I think what we see most is native ads, app open, and also rewarded audio currently. And we've had the chance to work very closely with a couple of developers on native and app open. For the time being, I wouldn't say that, I would say that the share of revenue and the share of voice, it's not that big. And we normally work with what the market wants. So we follow the market, we support the developers with what they look for. But I think this year will be kind of exploratory, and there's going to be more opportunity to actually explore all those app formats.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned it earlier as well, right? You're a big mobile games player. Is there currently a game you're playing, whether it's a client of yours or just one that you're playing in the industry, that you really enjoy? If so, why do you think it's well done? Like, what do you enjoy about the monetization components of it? Yeah, maybe you could talk through it a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. I play a lot of mobile games daily, obviously, and I enjoy a lot of them. So our partners do really great games. But nowadays, I'm back to an old favorite, which is Dan the Man.
Good old half-break title.
Yeah, and I really like the gameplay mechanics there,
Yeah.
and all the pixel art and all the creative. It just stimulates all your senses, including the soundtracks are very good. So, yeah.
Totally. And it's been a big one over the years.
Yeah.
So, I'm glad you're still playing it.
Yeah.
Coming down to the wire here, last few questions. First one being, if someone wants to work with Smartie Pants and your services, what's the best way to reach you?
Either reach out directly to me or just visit our website and you'll find the links and the way to contact us there.
Easy enough. And then the last thing, 2024, it's early in the year. What can we expect from Smartie Pants this year?
Yeah, it's very important year for us because when it comes to app monetization, we think that there is not enough transparency and control in the hands of the developers, and we're being kind of the biggest advocates to get more control back into the hands of developers, and that's our main goal in terms of partnerships to work with networks and mediations on getting that control back in the hands of the developers. And that aligns completely with the product side. So we have a lot of R&D and innovation. So the data science algorithms are actively updated to make sure that we help with that control. A lot of interesting things, I think. And for us, it's very, very important year for all the developers as well.
Yeah, a lot going on in the industry, so glad your services are there to help. Well, Zdravka, thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the event.
Thank you, Dylan. Thanks for having me.